Wow. Oh. Good God. Absolutely nothing. And again, yeah. Huh. Is it good for absolutely nothing? Ow. Ow. Chat, baby good. Baby very good. Baby very good. Baby great. Baby looking good. Where is moi? Hello. Will internet be fucked today? Probably. We're just gonna deal with it. I'm still waiting for a response from Fritzbox. I'm just gonna fucking message them again today. So we're gonna deal with it. Yo, welcome back. I'm sorry for the delay. Obviously, there was a baby scan this morning, if you're wondering, and baby's looking good. She's normal weight, healthy. What's the mic doing? I had an Australian friend last night, so we did a bit of drinking. So I'm a bit cooked today. I'm what is the equivalent of a hangover? You know, that's me. Baby's good. She's approaching 20 weeks. Baby is, as I said, normal. Everything's good. 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 eyes, big head, big brain. She's a wriggler. She just kept moving. She couldn't keep still. She has ADHD already, I'm convinced. I'm convinced already. All right. Ew. What's that? Let's go. MSI it. MSI it. Let's go. Project Faker coming along nicely. Hagrid, what up, bro? What up?
Something
is coming.
Shut,
I'm going to have this coffee. I'm going to wake up and we're going to watch the elimination of AL
rising
versus CFO.
From within.
Hannah.
It fuels the determination.
She's going to bed.
To battle against impossible odds.
We had to get up. Both had to get up at 7. I mean, it's fine for me, right? I was drinking last night. I've had a lot of water. I always have water. I've had like a liter already today. Don't worry. I'm very good at drinking water. I'm very good. You think CFO quick 3-0? I think AL.
It awakens.
I think AL 3-0. I think AL are going to smash this series. I think AL have been a glorious team. They know how to fight.
Welcome everyone to MSI 2025 here
Pacific
in beautiful
Coliseum.
sunny Vancouver. I
Whoa.
hope you got an opportunity to rest, and we're back right into the action today with the lower side of the bracket with CFO versus anyone's legend.
Kitty was just chilling in the back of that shop.
Crazy at MSI so far, and today is not going to be different. And we see the fans stepping
Big
into
day.
the arena,
Big
getting
day.
ready for another best
If CFO
of
win
5.
this,
I'm
if
loving it.
CFO win this, guys, I'm very, very,
doing well.
very
My
scared
off
of them.
day, I just slept, so I'm as rejuvenated as possible.
I went for a gorgeous hike. It was great.
So you spent your day off working.
I like walking. I like hiking. I like nature.
Raz, how is walking
I have to
working?
say, absolutely amazing. I love Canada so far. It's been great.
It's quite good. Not my part of the country. Love you guys in Alberta.
Look, not
What
with
the
the
fuck, Raz? What the
Come
fuck?
on, man.
Chat, we're going to be a little bit lower energy at the start. We're going to warm up to it, yeah? That's today. That's tomorrow. That's the day after. That's the day after. That's the day after. That's the day after. Chat, we do not stop. Remember, Egagon, this.
What are we looking at here?
And no,
Yeah, I mean,
Egagon is on
big
this.
question
Damn,
for
fucking
me,
damn. Because I got to leave first thing in the morning.
this T1
That,
team,
that,
CFO pushed them
and then I'm on that.
really hard in
Okay?
their series,
On this
right?
channel.
They came and absolutely smacked BLG.
Thank you,
Yeah, and I'm
gruesome
sad that your
skank.
teams are not here. My team had a hard-fought battle against G2. It was a tough one. A lot of fist fighting.
Oh.
A swift 3-0. Good luck.
All right. We'll see
She's
them
gonna
tomorrow.
leap across the desk.
She
and,
will.
like,
I'm tempting her.
That's the story for tomorrow. We have a lot of things to focus on today and a lot of incredible matchups. The first one I want to look at is the mid lane. Shanks versus Honkyu is our featured matchup presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Okay, Mercedes, what is it?
Today's featured matchup presented by Mercedes-Benz. Two mid laners are looking to keep their MSI dreams alive. CFO's Hongq is the youngest player in the tournament. He has proven wise beyond his years, leading all MSI mid laners in damage per minute, damage percentage, and solo kills per game. His
Solo
Flying
bolo.
Oysters have already taken out MKOI and gone 5 intense games against T1. Next up, he'll
So this
face
team is the
off
third
against
best in the
anyone's
tournament.
legends,
EU is a
Shanks.
bad
The
region
mid
though.
laner took a long road to his first international event. He has made the most of it, handling FlyQuest early and taking Chovy to a 5-game banger.
That was a good series. That was such a good series.
Versus Shanks. Two mid laners in this tournament for the very first time. And after this matchup, only one will continue their MSI journey.
Only one.
And they both had
You are XPP.
statement
Stop it.
performances
Microphone,
so far.
just
Hongq
chill
as
out.
the youngest
No.
player we have at MSI, and Shanks also looking to prove himself here.
Yeah,
How you
the
doing?
youngest
How you doing? I
player,
forgot to
and
ask how you
feel
guys
like
going.
you
Bit tiring
see
for the
it
teams
in
when you have to play
gameplay,
multiple days in a row.
Like,
True.
I think his strength is that he's the youngest player here. I think sometimes the
MKOI
opportunity
screwed you?
area
Bro,
can
don't
also
worry.
be
So
that
it
he's
screwed
very
me as
young.
well.
Yeah.
And so he's gathering experience.
But
he
with
has
how
had
T1
such
look,
a breakout tournament, and he's
I
just
think I'm
so
gonna be right
fun
for the
to
rest.
watch because he believes
Check
so
DMs,
much in
checking.
himself. He will always go for the
Roger
aggressive
that.
play,
Cat
whether
jam.
it's in lane or in a team fight,
Got
and
it.
he's been just consistently
Chat, I'm hoping the
stellar in
coffee
their games.
kicks in.
I feel like he's been playing better now than he
The
did
water helps.
within his own league. And
The hangover
his damage
disappears.
percentage, 30.5.
The game's kicked me
highest
into gear.
Not just amongst mid laners, but highest in the tournament. And the second highest, Doggo. This team is just centered around him and his AD carry, so it's really fun to watch. Simply since they're like,
It's live
this
for EU
team
peeps
is
who
so
slept.
focused on
It's
their
not a
own play
rebroadcast.
style.
Yeah,
My love.
viewers, they're cementing themselves at
Good
one
morning,
of the
Ellis.
strongest
How you
teams
doing?
we have. I was wondering after first turn if we would see
This is
them
live
with
for the
same
EU fans.
firepower
Live for the
that
EU
they
fans.
brought. Turns out that they are. It's not so much Junja's team anymore. It's a complete team
You can ride a
coming
dinner
from
at a brother's
every side
business
of the
expense.
map. And on the
What
other
the
side,
hell?
we have AL with Shanks. First time on the international stage, but Emily, he's been here for a while.
What
with
the
LPL.
hell?
Yeah, he's been here for a while. I've actually been watching him since his days on WE, which
Ellis,
means
if you think about
it's
it, if you
time
fucking do anything,
for
bro,
me to
Yeah.
draw
turn the
my
ban.
life. So this is draw my LPL life, Shanks.
Okay, let's hear it.
Sui Shanks Saojin first turned heads while on WE Academy in
Sui.
2020. During that shortened split, he actually won the most game MVPs and the overall split MVP in the LDL. Shanks joined Team WE in the LPL for the 2021 season. This team of Breathe, Peishang, Shanks, Jomung, who you might now know as Elk, and missing, narrowly missed Worlds, falling to now teammate Tarzan and LNG.
I was
The
there.
next few
I
years
cast that.
were very up and down for Shanks and WE. In 2022,
Yeah, they were like a fucking
LPL Summer,
6x
he
sim all the
split
time.
time with Shia, while the team actually failed to win a single match, finishing 0-16 and last in the standings. Despite this, his individual talent was recognized. Shanks and Hope left WE for Anyone's Legend for the 2024 season. Coach Tabe joined in summer, and Tarzan and Flandra joined for 2025. In Split 2, Shanks and Anyone's Legend won their first LPL title. And you might already be aware, but his gamer tag does come from the character Shanks in One Piece. And back when he was on WE
copyright.
Academy, he actually gave an interview where he said that Shanks
fucking
has a really
copyright.
good attitude,
Copyright.
and he really
Hang on.
wants to emulate that and bring that to his
Bub
play.
kiss.
And whenever I've talked to people about Shanks or asked people about them, they say that he's really optimistic. He kind of had an epiphany between Split 1 and Split 2 this year where
Nice.
he said he is living the dream of playing, right? But he hadn't fully recognized what that was. So now he really wants to have a breakout performance here at MSI.
Yeah, and I love
Bob
how
Kiss.
amazing
Chat,
he's like
little
kind of
bit hungover.
skyrocketing as a player. The fact
Chat,
that he was
little
on
bit-
W for a little
I'm-
bit,
I'm not
that
there
team
yet.
You already kind of illustrated.
I'm drinking
Very
coffee.
tragic.
All the good
I'm
players
drinking
on
water.
the team, Raz.
I don't know what
What do you have to
happened.
say about this? That's not
either.
true. The allegations
He's
are
been
not
amazing
true.
so
Yes.
far at MSI.
He's been great. It's been a lot of fun.
I've had some
because
fucking food.
People would have expected.
I've
I would
got
have expected
coffee.
coming to his first international event that he would kind of like
I don't
have
even drink
some
that
choking
much. I just don't
performances or
drink
not
anymore.
play as well as we expected him to. No, he's been incredible. Especially the game that comes to my mind is his Akali game. That was just straight styling. So
Toby
love
versus
to see him
Faker
back.
Yeah,
at
let's see
Worlds,
what they
yes.
have in store for us today.
Three
Bad
times
luck is even
unban
another
request.
matchup.
From
On
who?
the side of CFO in the Verizon game, they
From who?
interview Shocks
From
collab
spoiler
with
people?
Dogo after CFO's win after MKOI 2 days ago, talking about the victory and
Who?
what it means to him and the team.
How do I
focusing
check
on
unban
looking
requests?
ahead at the next matchup against AL. Let's check it out.
How do I check unban requests? How do I do that?
Doggo and Flying Oyster get an
don't know how to do this.
absolutely historical result
Safety
with their
center.
win over Movistar Koi. And Doggo, the first thing I'm going to ask you about
That
is,
didn't work.
can you tell me about the importance for the region, for the development of the region, for the work you put in that you're able to get this result?
I think I get treated with a few
我
morning
们的
beers.
赛区不比别人
Fucking.
弱吧，所以我们需要继续赢下更多比赛。
It has been great to see also for your personal story. I know that there's been
Why has
times
he got USA on his arm?
when it didn't go so well
KT.
for you. And I want you to tell me what this means in terms of
KT,
your
USA.
personal journey, because you have played phenomenally, exceptionally even.
就每天都能拿比赛，对我来说就是非常幸福嘛。然后能拿到胜利，就是幸福加幸福。
Could you tell me what you think you improved on as a team since first stand, when we really saw the first breakout performance?
非常幸福嘛。然后能拿
Oh,
Except-
it's
胜利，就是幸福加幸福。
subtitled. I was
Could
like,
you tell me what you think you improved on as a team since first stand, when we really saw the first breakout performance of the year for you?
我觉得我们在改进的都是一些优先级，然后我们自己
Very
的
good.
沟通问题嘛，因为还是会有一些沟通问题频繁出现。
Okay, I see. Now, next up is Anyone's Legend. That is, again, a difficult matchup, but you are not afraid of T1, so I don't see why there should be a reason to be afraid of AL. How do you feel about that matchup?
就不讲自己会不会赢他们嘛。我希望我们跟 AL 能打满5把，然后并且表现出一个很好的比赛给大家呈现。
Amazing. Silver scrapes again. Thank you so much, both Wendy as well.
I don't know how to look at unban requests. Do I watch football? Bro, not
Doggo
right
hopes
now.
they
I'm
can
not.
have
Why?
a fun 5-game
I watched the
series, and
UEFA
I think
when it was on.
watching Doggo have kind of a re-debut with CFO at this MSI, it means a lot to him. He said, you know, this is an MSI he really fought for himself rather than being on loan. And to see him pop off has just been wonderful.
And it's going to mean a lot to him, I'm sure, going up against an LPL team, because when he went in the LPL with like BLG
right.
and Ultra Prime, yeah, it wasn't great. I think he was also trading time with, like,
Doggo,
Uzi and
BLG covering for Uzi. First
there was
split,
some stuff going on.
insane.
So he like is
After that,
himself,
Doggo
and
just
he's been
into the
playing
dirt.
so well in this tournament. So
Yeah.
looking forward to see him like clap.
Do I
AL
watch
and
the
see what
footy?
happens.
I watch
Definitely the
some
main
footy.
character this time
I don't
around.
watch,
It
like,
wouldn't be
fucking
a
Premier
CFO
League.
matchup if we
That's
were
not
not
me.
talking about the top lane. And for this one, we're looking at Driver.
Stop
in the
rewinding, you're
driver's
ruining
seat
the
actually
immersion.
against Flandre
Ellis,
here in the first
how
game.
about
So what are we looking
you
at
eat a
here,
fat
and
one?
why do we think it's the best player
What the fuck is
to
that
go
at the
with
bottom?
in the first game here against AL?
Flanders
We were
and
not space on
Driver.
this.
Is
That's-
that rest?
That's rest down there.
We
in
worked
case
on
you
it,
didn't
it's
know. So this is kind of a Venn diagram.
Don't put rest in.
It's
Driver's
super
been
interesting
clearing.
to me,
Driver has been
is that
clearing.
We have the Cassante shared, right? We have the Scion Gragas shared. And then Flandre just has kind of a champion pool there where he's just vibing.
Where are
I
the
actually
champs
think
at?
that Driver and Flandre share a lot of similarities. I don't know if you agree with that, Rez.
Very much do. That's why this
is
series
empty.
is
Why is
so
this empty?
comedic, because they are the same. They're willing to like lose EXP and minion waves
Rest
to
should
just be
rest,
there on
yeah.
time with either the Scion or just like tank play. So they're very similar. I was expecting Rest to be, and he is the different player. The funny thing is his lone champion is the Ornn,
Yep.
which should have been Driver, that incident. So it's like, he is the type of player to be playing Jace or something like that, more carry options. I'm interested in seeing if Rest gets to play today and plays a different style.
Bro,
Flandre also
Driver
bucking
is
it a
the
little
carry.
bit, playing like the Smolder, so there's a lot.
Vintage Flandre. It was
It's
so
crazy.
good.
So I'm looking forward to this one.
Bro, that
All
smolder.
right, Driver in the first game here today. We'll see what happens in the rest of the series.
In the
Something
rest
that
of the
has
series.
been happening in the LCP that you might not be aware
In the
of.
rest
There's
of the
been
series.
a bet, a gift given to fans every time the
The
Oysters
Zoom
perform
fans
well.
gonna say
Fans
fried
can claim chicken tendies here at
Chicken
the
tendies?
LCP studio
Holy.
for their team's performance. So for every kill the players get, they are giving away 10 tendies. For every game the Oysters win, they are
Tendies.
giving away 100
Chicken.
tendies. So given the fact
Holy.
that Oysters have been performing quite well so far, we currently sit at a total of 1,870.
Look at the
tendies.
chicken check.
Q and Doggo. Oh my god.
Holy.
You can see who's been performing the best so far here. with,
Chicken
like,
from
full
kills,
buckets on the side of
1370.
Doggo.
Chicken
And I
from
thought that we
wins,
could
500. Holy
choose a
moly.
desk as well, so
Yeah, put
What
it in the,
the
middle. We
hell?
need to
the
share this
Oysters
one.
do well. We would be eating chicken. I'm hungry, so
Are
I'm
we
actually gonna
toasting?
get on this
Oh
now.
my god. Wait.
That is
We-
crazy that they're feeding
Enjoy
the
it at home as
entire
well.
studio. Cheers. I may have eaten this
Cheers.
one already, so
No, denied.
good luck with that one.
Bro, what the
Let's check.
fuck? A
How
chicken.
the fans have been voting though.
A chicken at every checkpoint.
X because they're calling the match for AL with 57% of the vote. And I want to say, I'm kind of surprised to see this here because AL looking to be one of the favorites of the tournaments that we have here. I was expecting more, but similarly to first stand, the Oysters
Italia
here once again.
Yeah, they're just such a fun team to watch, and I
that
feel
guy
like
just
even
dabbed.
in
What
some
the
of their
fuck?
losses, they've
He
done
just
like
dabbed. That guy, dude.
And especially Doggo have just really showed up in so many of their
Oh my god,
teammates.
Law's going
It
again.
is really similar to first
Law,
game.
how many
I
bits
felt
of
like
chicken?
They gathered a lot of Western fans during then too. However,
Raz, swallow.
I actually kind of think something a bit similar to when I talked about Anyone's Legend versus FlyQuest, where I think
Fucking stop.
similarly,
True.
CFO and AL do kind of operate.
Fried chicken has to be the best food. Yeah, bro. The fact I can't eat fried chicken
really
anymore is
similarly,
crazy.
I think
Like
that
being
we're
gluten intolerant,
and
you may
that's
as well
why
just
I'm going
fucking
AL 3-1.
shoot yourself in the
You
knee.
just think they're the better version of themselves.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Just
I mean,
so you know.
we talked about it with Driver and Flandre, right?
Yeah.
I think there are a lot of similarities
3-1,
between
3-1, 3-2.
these two teams. I think it'll also come down to how much the junglers can control the early game, and especially like their early pathing with their lanes.
Hang on,
but-
Law wanted to say something.
I was talking to Teddy, the LPL caster, who arrived here at MSI, and he was telling me that he thinks it actually can go 5 games. So what do you guys think?
Teddy said
What's
that.
your prediction for this one?
Yo.
I agree with him. As you can tell, I have them as 3-2 towards AL.
So Yuan, no.
It's crazy because I would have expected one of us to had CFO because CFO's
You
been
can't
bucking the
anymore
trend a
considering you
lot
developed.
by putting.
Did you develop? I developed it over the last 3 years. Make it with corn flour, true.
Good. I had the exact same
Gruesome
opinion
allergic
of you.
to gluten
I
as
think the key
well.
difference a lot
Chat,
is
wake up. Wake
that
up now.
AL actually plays heavy top
Wake up.
side,
23
has, like,
seconds.
heavy
Hang on.
grubs,
We're going to
focus.
close our eyes.
I think CFO's been doing.
Chat,
the
we're gonna
better
close
thing,
our
which
eyes.
is they're just straight like dragging.
Close
it
our
down.
eyes. 10
I
seconds.
think
Lock
that's
in.
better overall. So even that's the case, I think Team Fighters AL. The better team fighters should be AL.
I don't think AL expected to end up on this side of the bracket, so let's see what they can offer us here. CFO
Okay, we're in.
versus AL.
We're locked in.
It's our series of the day. The
Locked
loser
in.
goes home, and the winner advances
Series
to
of
the
the day.
next
It's the
stage.
only
Dexter,
series
take
of
it
the
away.
day. Well said. Okay, Law, you've had your chicken at every checkpoint. Now let's have AL fucking at every interval. Let's go. Come on. Every game. Chat 3-0. I think CFO's run's done. It's the 3-0 AL. AL have warmed up. Maybe third best team in the tournament. AL, here it comes. Here it comes. Put the cheers down. 3-0. Hong Q, more like Hong Hu. Chat, I bought Silent Hill 2 yesterday.
Hello, LOL Esports, everyone
Medic,
around the world
sexy
watching.
man
Welcome to
for a sexy
Vancouver
plan.
As we get back into the meat of MSI.
Oh, into the
We
meat.
kick off for this week of intense
You know I'm all about
Legends
the
with
meat.
CFO taking on AL.
Watch Tarzan, bro.
And although
He doesn't
CFO
fuck
are
around.
the underdogs,
Look at that.
I think a lot
Small.
of people are looking
Dude,
at
Shanks,
whether they
let's
can
fi-
upset the #1
Hope
seed from the
needs to fucking fix that. Well, that's Hope. What the hell is that? Is that KL? Yo, KL.
Yeah.
What is
I
happening?
think a lot of people are excited at
Tarzan
the potential
knows his
that
signature.
CFO have shown us so far.
This
at
is the
this
same crowd
tournament.
shot.
In particular, the way in which they've controlled the map, their incredible team fighting power,
Okay.
and just the standout individual performances that we've
No
been
chicken
seeing
for
from
you.
these players.
No.
Junja,
Bro,
I mean,
chat.
domestically
Let's do a chicken
considered
count.
the best
Yo, everyone,
player. I feel
10
like that since he's come to
10
this
free
tournament, he
chicken,
hasn't
bits
missed
of
a
chicken
beat.
tenders
And I'm excited to see how they
per
stack
kill.
up against the team.
100
that pushed
for a
Junji to
game
5
win.
Games. And I think that needs to really be remembered.
All right,
Because
how many
few
bits of
teams
chicken
were
are they gonna
expected
get?
to be able to push Gen G, but AL pushed
Here we
them
go.
to their
Here
absolute
we go.
limit.
Oysters
One
in
of the
draft.
favorites for the tournament. We're not going to waste any
Internet
time.
locked
We're gonna
in.
jump into the draft,
Internet will
sponsored
drop
by
at some
Omen
point
and
today,
HyperX.
but we just deal with it.
Rumble and
Opening
Varus already
Wireshark.
takeaway from the side of CFO, the Pantheon from
Like a
AL.
good boy.
Not really that much of a surprise. So far, we're just seeing the very traditional meta bans. With Driver starting first, something we've gotten used to so far throughout spring from CFO. Sion is something you always have to think about as a big
How much does it
priority
cost
pick
to
for him.
attend
I
a
mean,
match?
He's named
I
after
don't
the
know
champ.
how
That
much
was the
wood would a
inspiration
woodchuck
for it.
chuck if
So I
a
wonder if
woodchuck
that is going to be high
could
on the
chuck wood.
priority list, or if Flandre has got something prepared for us.
Answer
is
that,
the
and I might be able to
question.
give you a
Flandre, obviously,
question.
in
I
the
might
good
give you
old
the
days
answer.
when he was on Snake Esports, did have some of those more eclectic picks.
Right,
the
audio,
things that,
audio,
yes, were
check, chat,
things that
good.
he could really bring out
Chat,
to
check,
mechanically
good.
outplay
Check,
his
check,
opponents.
chat,
Now,
chicken, every
his
checkpoint for
hands
the
aren't
chat,
quite as good
check.
as they used to be,
Check,
but
that's checked.
still has some of those
Check and shirt,
Yorick,
checked.
one that we always have to look at. Obviously, Sion very
Nico
good
ban,
against the
check.
Yorick, though.
Well, with
Sion
the
is worth a
Nico
call
ban
out.
away, Twisted Fate is going to be left available.
Twisted Fate is a bait
We've
pick.
also got the
AL
Team
know
Leader
this. We
up
don't need it.
as well for Hong Q should he
We don't
want
need it.
Pantheon
Rise
gone,
also
the
up.
Rumble gone, the Vi gone. yeah, usually things like the Vine, the Xin Zhao going to rise in priority, the Azir as well. Maybe it's a trade here.
Yeah, okay, so Azir's open. Honky will pick up Azir. I think the response needs to be strong mid-jungle, as always. LPL still prioritizes Xin Zhao. Don't pick Renekton. Bro, you have not seen Asian Renekton.
Shanks has had some exceptional
Xin Zhao, Talia. Talia's open. Talia's open. If they don't take this, they're high. If you're taking Ari as a pro, Talia is just so... Talia's in. Oh my god, they're trolling.
To be
okay,
engaged in a composition gives her a lot of power in mid lane. In the end, CFO
does Talia prior go down? I think you have to take it away.
First here for Junja.
But where's the jungle?
Give Junja something with agency. I mean, there's a lot of mid laners available that you can pair this champion up with. So I don't think CFO is feeling that much pressure. If anything, they want to see how AL reacts.
ISP needs to lock in.
In kind. Maybe they don't even have to pick a power pick in response.
Chat, I'm running the protocol. That's what we call it in the business.
Has something prepared. We've seen his Aurora absolutely pop off. He also
has they want to pre-make. Okay, I guess Azir is also big.
Matchup. Talia is a very common response.
Maybe they go Sedge.
An old school response is also the rise.
You give up the early game, you go Sejuani, you have Azir time. Azir playtime.
But can still fit nicely when paired up
alongside. LOL live in Canada more, please. Okay.
The Azir locked in for anyone's legend. They are currently looking.
There's no way we go Poppy early.
Shin from doing a lot of the stuff he wants to do in the early game. Also stops the facilitated dive that Shin can allow. Jumps in with your Audacious Charge.
Xayah for CFO.
Onto him. Leona follows up with a Zenith Blade. Poppy stops.
Take that and then CFO. Chances are, if they win this game, they'll be on red side. They'll get like a Vi something.
We've also already seen it come through twice from Tarzan, so I think you're very much right on the
money.
My
pick, to
be in that jungle position.
My champ pick is getting there. I said Vi would be banned a lot. It's starting to be banned a lot more.
Talia is the natural expectation. It is such a strong pick on the meta.
Talia, Nort. No, Talia, yeah, Nort's fine.
Because you can get that early prio, and you can just move around the map, and it's difficult for the Azir to follow. He just primarily wants to stay in that
Not Aatrox. Aatrox into this game. No
farm away, get to those first few items as quickly as he can.
You're not blinding Darius. Stop it.
The question is, they want to
Nautilus. It's a Nautilus.
Maybe they want a little bit more dive, of course, into the Poppy. Something like
Nautilus
could be quite scary. Maybe
here it comes. They're not blinding Darius.
The Cassante is available.
Gragas is better. Gragas can also flex the support.
Looking to be the direction, that's what
you are XPP.
Alright,
next person that calls me XPP,
both the Sion and the Gragas are two
I'm gonna kill him.
Of course, this will give Flandre a lot of freedom to respond, but we talk about the flexibility of the Poppy. There's always the opportunity to send it down towards Kyrie.
Gragas is kind of unplayable into Yorick. Actually, yeah.
Blind, but it can work well in certain matchups.
Dude, into the Gragas is rough.
Quite a lot of it innate sustain just from his passive and his
he does.
So not that easy to work him down, but getting the slows down, putting the walls down when he tries to go for the engage can help you out in that top lane 1v1.
What has two eyes,
AL want to get into
and
the second phase of bans.
It's going to get them poked out.
Might see a priority towards those 80 carries. Wouldn't be surprised actually if.
By the way, Gragas, we've seen it already into Yorick. The Yorick fucked. Gragas just. Bro, he has to body slam disengage out of it.
CFO, if you can manage to take away some of
I think it's fine for Yorick. I think this is a fine matchup for Yorick.
I want to say it was the Tier 1 BLG series where a lot of the focus was actually on the support bans instead of 80 carries. And I just prefer
I want to be on the couch today. I want to be on the couch and watch this. Why can't I do that?
Just feels
the couch day. I don't want to be in a chair. I don't want to be sitting here in a chair.
If you attack that engage support pool,
I need my brain to work. Caitlyn early ban is interesting.
Leona, Rel, Rakan, Alistair. Those are the kind of the
Hagrid.
main 5 engaged supports. Yeah. And so if you pinch that pool, then you can kind of
Voldemort should have finished the job.
Whatever you want. And for Kaiwing, we know him as an engaged support player.
Kabe's into it. What is he saying? What is that guy saying? Well, guys, we can't give them chicken. Drive for more scaling.
There were a couple of fumbles here and there. But
Leona ban tells me maybe we're getting like a Brom or some shit. No, I mean the Poppy could just be bot.
Of course, a lot of engaged support still.
Tarzan Poppy is very good.
And I was going to say, I think that's
bring the couch over to the PC. Bro, the couch is a 180 centimeter long, 100 kilo couch. I wish. I wish that thing could move. It cannot move.
Right now, even if you ban Rel, Leona, Nautilus, Rakan, Alistair, all rise in priority, right? So
chat, what 80 carries up?
Xayah, Kai'Sa, and the Leona taken away from CFO. 80 carry seems to be
Jin, I keep forgetting. Hope loves towards Jin.
Looking towards
Jin as well provides a bit more setup when we have a Poppy.
Front to back. It's very
Poppy
common
in jungle support.
Nazir, both Jin and Ezreal,
But they want to give counterpick. They leave the flex up. They give the priority 80 carry to AL's Hope.
So it makes a lot of sense for Hope. He's
No virus. But he has Corki. Corki Nord here is probably the angle. Into Poppy, it's whatever. Hook still goes through. Still pulls the Poppy in. You're still close to an auto attack. You're just outside the range of an auto attack. With W, bro, slam it. You're fine. With Fennec Frost, welcome, bro.
Could also look for something with a little bit of
Senna. CFO are relying on mid jungle to get them to late game scaling, maybe. Oh, more setup, good. That's better. And Senna looks garbage.
You often see from something like a Rel or a Leona right now.
Misfortune Nord.
Misfortune. We haven't seen him bring out the pick yet so far at MSI, but something he is naturally very comfortable.
This will be Nord. There's a good a lot of R buttons for targets that can kind of peel away.
The biggest problem that
Jin,
AL have is their limited engage.
Nord is good R button.
CFO will look to get the Alistair for Kaiwing. While he hasn't played
Alistair,
so
man. Bro, why do I...
It is a good tool.
I think Alistair's bad into Poppy. Because that's it. Nord, CC still goes through. Alistair gets stopped. Alistair.
The Poppy away to then open you up for the Alistair to go in. You've also got the Xin to provide that initial start to the fight, or maybe as a follow-up.
I think you pick Rel anyway. What do you think?
Just create anarchy and
you go Nord.
Whereas right now, AL primarily
you have a good engage support. You go long-range engage.
Jin wanting to play as far
AL's teamfight setup is clean. They've got 1-4. They've got great scaling. They've got utility 80 carry. They have range engage that Poppy can follow up on. But that's it. It's a harder comp for the West, but I think AL's comp, because it's AL, I trust them. I like it more. I think CFO play heavily through mid-jungle. Then they need teamfight setup. They kind of play this front to back, but I think AL's front to back has really good scaling when you have a Zir. I think disengage for AL makes it very hard to find for Kaiwing to find setup. That's what I think. Chat, I'm going to run ads. Yo, I run ads so you don't get them in game. I appreciate everyone being here. I'm sorry I'm a little bit slow this morning. Had a bit of drinks with my Australian friend came over. And we fucking popped off a bit. We were playing Wii Sports at 11 o'clock. And that's not even late, I know, but I'm an old man now. I press ads, tier 1 Twitch Prime to avoid them. But I'm going to run them now. Yo, I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much. It's a slow start, chat, and we're going to warm up. Thank you for the follows as well. Yo, if you're following, you're fucking, you're the real one.
From this support coming into the tournament. For non-subscribers, we will see you in about 30 seconds.
Non-subscribers, I'll see you in 3 minutes.
Final week of MSI as we make our way onto Summoner's Rift.
Coming into this tournament, I was so excited watching AL as they progressed.
What is Panda Beatdown?
The LPL playoffs, specifically just because
they advertising? What was that?
In the early game. He's such an intelligent
Move the PC setup to the couch, bro. If I touch this PC, I think it'll fucking break, you know? I'm worried about the intranet.
Especially. And CFO on a
I'm trying to rage bait you. I heard it's good for hangovers, bro. It's not working.
And so I feel like when it comes to this jungle matchup, it really is a battle of the minds. Trying to read what the other players
make some noise. Guys, make some noise.
In the early game. Game 1 of this best of 5 between CFO and AL.
We got Medi Vedi.
For an exciting one. CFO have done
we got Medi Vedi, chat.
Throughout this tournament.
EU's still in the tournament.
Surprises going. If they can go toe-to-toe with the LPL first seed, that would be massive for the LCP and the development of this team that have already had an amazing year, all things considered.
It's kind of the passing of the torch as well over to CFO. Choi did an interview, their coach, and he was saying, we don't want to be known just as PSG light. CFO this year have come in and proven they have a name for themselves. They are the Flying Oysters. 2 domestic trophies. Only lost 1 game.
Dude, it's 1 minute 10.
Series domestically.
Ginger come back.
At first stand,
nice.
Only losing to
Yorick's down.
Life in that group stage.
Yeah, and then they pushed KC all the way to 5 games. They were so close to making it to the finals. And
first time since Worlds 2012. Wow.
The APAC team beat one of the major regions in a best of 5. So already a
13 years.
And they're looking to continue
the best league talent in the EU is the casters and analysts.
Not going to be an easy opponent by any means.
Maybe not nice for EU fans, but that's nice.
Everyone. Early vision is actually invested to try and track both
good side step from Kaiwing.
Looks like they're both going to start on the top side.
Path down towards their bot lanes, which does make a lot of sense. There's quite a lot of CC down
there.
I
need my desk chair. I need it. I need it for today. I need to lean back.
As well.
I can't do this shit. I'm not going to pause it. I'm not going to pause it.
It is pretty difficult. He has a lot of innate lifesteal in his kit with his last rites, and obviously if the ghouls get on you, it can be a bit tricky to really take him down.
Already a bit of trading, but as we expected, AL's bottom lane looking to get that early push. Level 2 going to come through from Kyle. Meanwhile, the mid has that push, and Flandre with a bit of an advantage on the top side of the map. Now, it's important to recognize Flandre is considered one of the best Yorick players in the world.
Yeah, 7-2 all-time on this champ.
And while when CFO played the Yorick themselves, they did see an Aurelia answer for driving, not that kind of player. He's much more of the tanky style player. I think this meta fits him perfectly. Right now, he acts as a frontline, he acts as a disruptor, and I think individually, he's had a really incredible tournament. So far in the laning phase, things are going kind of as we expected. The Gragas naturally going to get pushed in, focus on clearing those waves. Both junglers pathing towards the bot side of the map. On cue. Not going to go for the knockback, will proc the phase rush. Valuable against the long-range poke that Shanks is going to have access to.
Hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Vision. Opening up for a potential early gank.
Oh my god, yes. Put my feet up. Chat, today's a relaxing day, okay? If you're looking for Skizmo, Spasmo, Hysterixo, he's not hero, okay? Today, my name is Larry.
They placed the ward into the tri-bush because they already had that extra security blanket of a deeper ward.
Feet for free.
Yeah, with good preparation here in the early laning phase, the pings are coming down aggressively, it seems like, from Tarzan.
I think he thought perhaps he could catch out Ginger.
He is XPPO, that's right.
Very quick.
Actually, no, I want you to call me.
Potential. Ginger's pathing up towards the
I
top
want
side,
you to call me.
Pushed in. He just wants to make sure that he is on an even keel with
I'm Eric. Today I'm Eric.
Both of them will exchange scuttlecrafts.
Today I'm Eric.
Okay, so nothing too crazy.
Happy?
Very much as we expected here.
Call me Eric.
Early game. I wonder if we're going to be seeing an early swap come through.
Call
from
me
CFO.
Eric.
Normally it would
That is my
favor a
name.
comp more like CFO. Not only does it get you out of this high pressure bot side 2 versus 2,
Also
but also put
just
some pressure on
useless
the
in the
Yorick.
2v2, isn't he?
Gragas should feel pretty comfortable in a 1 versus 2 just because of how safe you are with
Hide in
the
the
way you
bud.
clear
Not
and
allowed to
sustain
be
your
Eric.
thanks to
Why?
W.
I'm not Aragon. I'm not Eric Goon.
Both junglers going to path back towards their top
You
sides.
can call me Larry.
Honku and Shanks continue to trade.
Who's
in the
Larry?
middle.
I don't respond to that name.
Honku in the lane, about 3 CS up after Shanks manages to pick up both
Now
of
listen.
these. They'll both recall
Listen,
and
chat,
start
listen,
to build
listen,
towards
listen.
their first items. The only
I'm not
substantial
comfy
lead
yet.
really is in top
I
lane with
want to be
Flandre
comfy.
on this Yorick. Kind of to be expected with the way
I
that
wanna be
Yorick
comfy.
can play this early lane. Driver, yeah, you can farm from range, but you can't really do too much more
I want to be
into
comfy.
the Yorick
How does
because
that-
he has so
how do I
much
do that?
sustain and he has the ghouls to help him out.
So
How do I do that?
as we have a moment
How do I be
during the
comfy here?
slower early
How do I
game,
do
we
it?
can turn our attention towards this mid lane matchup,
Ericsson.
which is Shanks
Yeah,
versus
I'd call
Honku.
my
You've already
I
talked
call
a
my
lot
son
about
Eric
how
Erickson.
These players have had strong
Or Carl
individual
Carlson.
performances throughout this tournament, but what impresses me is like the little amount of international experience they've had, but the impact that they've already been able to demonstrate. So many LPL fans have been so eager to see Shanks on the international stage, and this is his first. For Honku, of course, he did participate
Oh my
in the
God,
first
yes.
tournament at the beginning of the year, but I think that it's amazing to see the potential and talent that both of these players have already demonstrated. The fact that Shanks just came to the tournament and played like it was just another day, he's already had some incredible performances. And Honku, given his age, I think many expected him to be a lot more nervous, but the man just went
John
toe-to-toe
Lig-
faker and didn't
it's a
even think
girl,
about even
chat.
earning the
The
GOAT's
child
respect
is a
after
girl.
his first series.
Not going to be called John. Nice.
I
Plus
think
one.
for Shanks as well, the fact that he joined back in 2020
I'm
on
not
WE,
really that
it's taken
comfy,
him
chat.
this long
I'm
to
trying to be comfy.
have
I'm
his
not comfy
first
at all.
international performance, and he's playing well at it. Often players, when it takes them a
Jane.
while to get here, will
Not-
have a much higher degree of anxiety, of nerves, when they actually get onto the international stage.
That's going to be
But
Vi.
Shanks having the tournament of his life so far, and as he dashes in onto Honku, Seismic Shov's
Oh,
going to get him
Shanks.
back. Emperor's Divide
Waits.
coming out
Nice.
as Honku walks to the safety.
Yeah, Ginger's
of
coming
Ginger.
in, but he's
Shanks
fine. He's fine.
actually has
No, he
to flash
flashes.
away from the wind becomes lightning with the
There's
audacious
an
charge
Alistar
coming
on the
into a
way.
highway.
Shanks, that's
Could
just the
look
way it is.
for a
You're just
flash
too good.
over
You're
the
too
wall
good.
here.
You're too good. We know that.
Shanks
We
in
know that.
enemy territory. 3 members
Erica.
around him. Driver has to back away from Hope and Kyle. The Drake goes
Nothing's
over
gonna happen
to AL. And Shanks retreated to the top
AL getting
side,
Dragon
top side
for a
of mid
mid
lane.
jungle play. I mean, that's
Alistair
worth.
wasn't able to find a gank.
Shanks flashing, whatever.
Doing a good job of
Grab
weathering that
timers
pressure
a
that was
minute and a
coming through
half
from
away,
CFO.
bro.
The Dragon
Ulti
secured
will be up. Shanks
by
will be
AL.
fine.
Now they can turn their attention to the top side to look to try and contest.
Nice.
Keep your eyes on the mini map.
I think
Notice that Hope is
Flandre's
already
in
moving through the
insane
river.
position
Shanks
for the
doesn't
start of
really
this game
have
for the
much
swap.
HP to contest right now, but of course the grub's
He'll
still
get the
over a
experience.
minute away,
He can
so
walk
they
up
should
and just
feel
take this.
Immediate stress.
Nicer, nicer,
Yeah,
nicer.
nice. Hope is just going to
He
move
can't
towards
hurt
the
me.
mid
I'm
lane,
watching
catch this
muted.
next
I
mid
can
wave.
hurt you.
That's Kyle also
I'll do
returning
it.
from base, and they can send Shanks towards the bot side of the map. He's going to lose some farm as a consequence, but given that he's only 2 behind,
All right.
Hongq in the mid lane right now. He's not going to be too upset off the back of that.
Listen up,
Looks like
Patrick.
actually they're going to send Flandre back, and then he'll either walk or TP down towards that bottom side. They want that 1v1, especially with Flandre now having the eulogy
Cryo's
of
given up
Niles,
50
now having
seconds.
that maiden available to him. He can push the Gragas back.
Hongq needs to back now after this wave. He needs to back reset, get his mana.
Their lanes for the moment.
Fight, but he doesn't have Weaver's Wall. Look at Weaver's Wall versus Emperor's Divide cooldown.
Seconds time. Both these teams really do like to
Shanks
fight
will have
around
ulti,
those
Hongq
objectives
won't.
as well. We saw CFO actually coming out on the wrong side of a lot of those fights in some of their series, and then
Hope needs curtain
managing to
call.
claw the games back through team
Hope's
fighting
going
later
mid.
on. So we'll see if anyone's Legend and CFO want to butt heads around those grubs in 20 seconds time.
Hydrate, try.
From Flandre.
With a beer or what?
They're going to be responded by Driver thanks to the Q. Keep my eyes on the minimap though. AD carries are going to be matched up in the mid lane. Kind of as we expected.
With a
This is
beard.
that fight for prio over that wave. This will give you access to that topside river. But the vision control already invested from AL is solid.
Babkis? Nah, Babkis not a good name, I don't
Thanks
think.
to the control they had on the top side of the map.
I think Babkis is a good name, but I don't know about Babkis.
Which is now going to disappear. But Tarzan, knowing that he has to push from Hope and Kyle, is going to put that vision right back
Did I hear
down.
jizz, the word jizz from Betty?
Everyone on AL had a control ward in their
Good shove.
inventories there. They already have 3 on the map as well. As Hope is chunked out a
Oh,
little bit
Hope
by
didn't get
Doggo.
another auto back.
Make It Rain comes out as well, as you say.
Yeah, a bit of
great
chunk
for
is not
CFO.
bad.
Getting that enemy AD carry down
But
to half
can they
HP. He is
time
running
it for
through a
Honky's
potion, has
ulti?
the Caretaker's shrines to heal him up a little bit.
Something that we see often from these teams is you just try and fight, not around the objective, but in the lanes. That means that the... Oh, hang on a second. Junja in a lot of danger.
Junja just isolated, has to ulti, Tempered Fate, flash, and that's grubs. Those are grubs. Set up, rush from CFO. They didn't do diligence with top wave, with mid wave, then walk in. They had the time for Honky's ulti. That's 3 grubs, man.
Really nice map movements all around from
Yeah.
And this is what I'm saying, where you don't fight around the objective, you
For
fight...
AL, going to fry them, guys.
It's gorgeous. Kaiwing looking at the stun, but doesn't chase
Hope's
any
out.
onto Hope.
Hope didn't even
holds
flash.
onto his flash through all of that.
Doggo applies the slow with the Make It Rain.
But that
then
ult,
throws out the bullet
does it
time,
get
and then
jungle?
a
Yeah, it
combination of
does.
the slow, the knock-up comes through from Kaya.
Junja gets jungle
comes through
because
from
of the
Kaiwing,
chunk.
sorry.
Bard
Set up for a
TP.
huge chunk of damage. No flash
Blue buff
burn,
taken.
though. The response ulti now from
The Katan
It's a
Kawala.
wave clue ulti more than anything else. No encore going to be fine for him. As
Oh.
Flandre trading with Junja down
Flanders?
towards this bottom side. Kyle on the chase as
Kyle
well.
doesn't have
3v2
ulti.
right now.
Kaiwing doesn't have ulti. Wait, Kaiwing doesn't have ult.
Cosmic Binder coming out.
Oh, that
Kaiwing's
guy's
still
dead.
at level 5.
Tarzan, got him.
Cast as well, but
That
there's
guy is
flash
dead.
and the smash into the wall, and
Wow,
Kaiwing
wow.
is
Dude, they're
mowed
skipping.
down
CFO is
by
skipping.
anyone's legend.
Nice punish from Tarzan. The flash into the wall connect.
Dude, they're
Means that
skipping
there's little
steps.
that Kaiwing can do to escape. He was so close
Getting
to level 6
lazy.
as well. If he
CFO.
had that extra point in his ultimate, that would have kept him alive.
Lazy
First blood
is
secured by
crazy.
Al. They want a little bit
Smite.
more. They're gonna
Yoink.
get it.
Steal away the Krugs.
Just
Get the
opens
wave
up Flanders
pushed in
for bot.
as well. Driver has the stacking build here with the catalyst.
I'm telling
and
you
the
guys, I
tier,
said
but
3-0.
doesn't really have much damage
I think
to
CFO got
back
a lot
up
of
any
credit
spells right now.
against lower tier teams, but I
As
don't
it's,
think they're going to be
10
able
minutes
to
into
beat the
game,
macro
AL
of fucking
out to a
Asia.
small early
The rest of
lead.
Asia, I
KL
should
being
say.
An absolute thorn in CFO's sides
AL
as
aren't
well
super
with his
macro
positioning.
heavy,
Fortunate
but
for
do you
Flandre,
think CFO can
losing the maiden
outhand
of the
AL?
mists. Maybe he put
I
the morning
don't.
mist onto Driver that meant it chased him
Sally,
into the
if a
tower.
girl, yeah, sure.
Back at this play that happened.
What happened?
It's Tarzan coming across, so
okay.
Doggo
Oh,
has to
okay.
flash.
So they show
that
us,
makes
yeah,
sense.
Doggo did lose his flash. We didn't mention that
Didn't
earlier,
turn.
but yeah, okay. Nice collapse ultimately did result in a small advantage gained, and then I thought this was an over-ambitious play initially, 2 versus 3, but CFO realized that Tarzan is coming in.
Kaiwing has no ulti.
Kaiwing gets a nice knock-up, the ultimate from Driver comes through as well, knocking them back, but Tarzan, good angle, flash, connects with the E.
Tarzan's pop,
sets
it's
up
clean, bro.
first
They're
blood,
flashy,
and they get the grubs
engage.
to boot. So
With the
a
power of
500 gold lead for
friendship,
now in
just
favor
like
of
us, chat,
AL.
for
The
real.
Dragon spawning in about 5 seconds, so
T1
that
lower
will
tier team,
likely
yep.
be their next focus.
That T1
And as
start, lower
mentioned,
tier
both
team.
teams love to play around these objectives.
That T1
In the early
start,
game, they like to
guys,
have control
people
around
like to
these
forget that
neutrals.
T1 played like
And so I
fucking
imagine
dog
that
water
both
in that
sides
first
will be
series with
setting their
CFO,
sights
then played like they're the best team at the
Flash,
tournament
flash the Emperor's Divide.
versus the
Explosive
next.
cast will knock him back. Was in tower range for a
That
single
BLG
shot from
series was
Tarzan.
absolute class. Like
Backing
that
him up
T1
should
was
be fine. Just walks
gorgeous.
the square away.
Okay, cool play. Didn't result in a huge amount, but still, very cool.
Shanks ulti up.
Driver putting a bit of pressure onto Shanks, but now
Gragas
Tarzan
ult
on
doesn't
the
have
top
that long
side
of a
the map
cooldown.
completely concedes control over the bot side. The mid push will come through from Hope, giving him access into the river.
Dragon's
will
up.
That control ward, making it harder for AL to approach, but keep
Poppy's
your eyes
coming.
on the minimap. Tarzan making his way down. No TP available on Shanks.
Poppy
which
come.
means this will be a 4 versus 4.
But it's going to be late. It's going to be a late fight, if anything. They're going to re-engage afterwards. They want to fight. Flanders. He buys so much time. Tempered Fate was good. Different angles. Poppy ult, though. Got it. Look, isolated. Bullet time. Flandre gets a Q in, walks it out. Ginger should be dead. Played well. Weaver's wall out. Oh, they lost Weaver's wall.
So
No side lane play for you.
Both compositions being allowed to create chaos in the fights.
Prediction for T1 Gen G. I think Gen G are going to 3-1 them. No, 3-2. I think that's a 3-2. Chat reminder from the 10th. So tomorrow's going to be the last day we have together until the finals. Aragon is covering 10th, 11th, 12th for me. He's the real fucking homie. Any subs given on those days will go to Eric Goon. Okay? He will be on this channel. His face will be here. He'll be in his own setup. I'll give him the stream key. He'll leak it so you can all have it, and then he'll stream.
And this is something they've done so well in this tournament. Their early games, even
T1 winning,
Gen G,
yeah, the plot armor's thick.
In the early game,
Could be
1,
right.
2K ahead, and then Gen G were finding really opportunistic fights to get themselves back into
so
that
Eric
series.
is going to cover,
CFO,
which is great. I've got a wedding in the Netherlands, 10th, 11th, and 12th. We leave on the 10th in the morning. Wedding's on the 11th. And then 12th we come back, but it's late. And the reason I didn't want to do like an 8 PM stream is because we've been doing streams at 9 AM like every morning. I wanted to keep that as much as possible. So I could have done like a 9:30, 10 PM stream, but if the best of 5 takes 5 hours, then it goes into finals, bleeds in, and then boom, done.
The one advantage I would say they have over CFO is
Who are you marrying? My other wife.
and that much more confident in their engages.
Does Twitch allow that? We're going to find out, aren't we?
Sometimes to their own detriment, but largely
how
they're
would
very
Twitch
aware
know?
of their positioning and they know how to take a very good fight. And this is
Bro, Ibai does that stuff all the time. Ibai goes live, but it's not him. So yeah, absolutely it does. Nice. Doggo stands his ground.
Available just now, but decides against making
Right, bit of a Chad move to TBH.
Yeah, good fight back. Does burn his summoner.
I'm not eBay. No, I'm not. Doesn't matter.
Over to exhaust.
I just love the fact that Doggo sidestepped the damage and said, fine, I'll take this fight. 2 versus 1.
Bro, how do they know what Hysteric's cast is? By that logic, chat, any like LPL broadcast or LCK broadcast or MSI, yo guys, it's not the same person.
They've been the top laners of this game so far, largely just pushing in the side wave. Shank's been a little bit more isolated than that of Honkyu. That's why you can see that experience advantage that he's currently sitting on.
Where I am, so you connecting the dots. It's Babkiss. It's Bubkiss. I'm going to give him a real big kiss.
It's Ginger that's first to the objective. You'll notice in terms of the vision control that it will be CFO that have the better initial setup. They've got good control ward coverage. They've got a nice deep ward behind the pit as well. But AL have at the very least some information, which is now...
Rod of Ages doesn't matter. Rod of Ages has been stacking, but for Driver doesn't really matter. Have we got an item for Flanders? Trinity Force TP now.
Another ward goes into the back of the pit though. Doggo steps forward towards Tarzan here, trying to force him.
Look at that. Look at it, dude. Look at their setup.
And it's such an easy go
CFO. React to waves.
Out of base. As Ginger and Driver pull the
reset. Nice. This time they're actually reacting to waves.
For CFO is that these waves are being pushed in and they have to respond. So you'll notice Honkyu sitting on the top wave, catching that wave, but now he can look to regroup with his team. Doggo.
Going for Doggo, who has the flash, dodges the deadly flash, flash forward from Kaiwing.
Okay, flashes, doesn't take turret shot. Weaver's wall. Exhaust. Bullet time. Bad bullet time. Shanks gets a bit of damage. Oh, nice from Yorick. Flanders, the maiden. She busy. Poppy ult. Shove. Poppy ult for the Poppy ult. They still get one though. Ginger re-engages Hope. Oh, good flash. 1 for 1. Doggo is positioning aggressively. Maiden's dead. Hope just got queued. Wow, bro, Doggo is feeling it this game though, I gotta say.
Just fishing for that fight, but there's so many
mid for jungle.
Tools. We saw the Gragas ultimate interrupting the Jin
Shanks
ultimate.
no TP.
We saw the Poppy getting 2
not a Hextech Rift either. It's a Mountain.
Creating a numbers advantage for AL. The kills end up being 1 for 1 overall.
No one's gonna snitch, bro. Anyone can do it, chat.
Fight,
anyone can stream from anyone's account, bro.
Looking for a pick onto Doggo. He seems isolated in the mid lane, but he does what he did before. He sidesteps. He plays with nothing but confidence, and Kaiwing looks punishes. Then the ulti comes through from Hongq, but then the bullet time doesn't really do a huge amount. Kyle, nice interrupt
But
using the ulti to stop Hongq from chasing.
Because the Maiden's targeting
says, you know
them.
What? I can get a really nice ulti here, and Driver says, that's my opportunity. Keep your eyes
Holy.
on Tarzan as he knocks a few members away.
Is that
Ginger
driver
doesn't
ult?
stop him from going in and setting up for Doggo to getting that kill. But now Ginger's too deep. He realizes he's in a 1 versus 4.
If they didn't get that
with the
return,
Maiden at
though,
their back as well.
for AL,
So it ultimately
horrible
results
fight.
in a 1-4-1, a tense situation. The Herald
Bro,
doesn't
there's
go
like
down.
10
You
people
have to
there
imagine that
with
both teams
rest.
are going to get back out onto the map and set their sights on this neutral once more.
Importantly for
No
AL,
damage
they did
from
get
Hope.
the feat of warfare from that. Picked up their
Shove.
third kill. So now they
Hongq's
just
a
need
pain in the
another
ass.
neutral objective to be able to secure the feats of strength.
I don't mind game
Ginger
state for
on his
AL.
own
I still don't
on
mind
the
game
back.
state for
Drake
AL.
should be able to secure it.
Hydrate. You
AL
hydrate.
immediately ping for the Rift
What do you
Herald.
mean
They're
hydrate?
willing to take this
I don't mind
trade.
game state for
They
AL,
haven't
chat.
stacked
I don't
up
think
the
it's that
Dregs
bad.
early game,
I don't think it's that
if they
bad.
can just get this Rift Herald, they can get Burst
Touch-
Tower on the top
touch the
side as
wall.
well.
I don't think it's
an
that bad.
explosion of gold for them.
Losing Dragon. Herald?
I think AL is going to benefit a lot more from this. It becomes
We
a
need
question
help
of
with
if
Herald.
CFO
That
can
Dragon's
convert the
quick.
Dragon into a bot tier 1 as well. The bot tower has taken a decent amount of damage.
Shanks
This
gets
Herald
pushing
is
moves,
very
good.
slow. So while initially I thought AL had a pretty big tempo advantage, there should be a pretty good window here for CFO to set their sights on the bot lane. They love
think
that
they
they're
can
doing
dive.
this. Doggo and Ginger.
Maiden's up.
Flandre, he's overstayed his welcome. He needs to get away from this tower. Has the Maiden.
There's a small wave, though. Just saying. Good flash. Bullet time. Oi. They use everything.
Says Doggo. Ginger picks up the kill in the
They
end.
used 3
But
ultis for
meanwhile,
that.
Rift Herald has been summoned in the mid lane as AL continue their advances.
Poppy ult. Okay, now hit.
You're all alone now. Hongq as Tarzan looks for the knock into the wall, but can't
They
find
missed.
it. Cosmic Binding will still land,
Got him.
doesn't get the stun.
Kill.
There's the smash, there's
Deadly
Hope.
Forest. There's no way that guy's alive. Yeah, good
The
Shanks. Good.
soldier finds his
They open
back
mid.
as AL get two in
There's
the
a
mid lane.
there's a Barlet time and
Teams are
bot.
starting to pick
A misfortune.
things up. I love the cross map that we saw from CFO.
But that wasn't-
punishing
Hydrate,
Flandre, who's
fuck
isolated
off.
on the bot side of the map. But AL
Mod.
respond with a punch of their own.
Bro,
Immediately using
I've
the
had
Herald to
water.
push down mid.
I've had
look
water.
For picks. They convert it into a kill onto Hongq. And ultimately, they walk away the victors, I would say. They get the top tower, they get the mid tower, they get decent damage into the mid tier 2. They get a lot of value out of the back of this Herald. In exchange, the third
I'm
dragon
fucking
of the
downing
game
the
going to
water bottle,
CFO
alright?
as they
Chill,
get
chill,
their
chill,
bot
chill.
tower as well. Whew. Back and forth from these teams, great cross maps, and you can see how tense the team fights are, but the player I'm keeping my eyes on is Doggo. I feel like he's playing with nothing
I've
but
already had a
confidence in
bottle of
these
water
fights.
this morning.
We've seen him use the flash
I've had like
so
500
far, but
mils
it's crazy
already,
he
and that
hasn't
was
used
another
it in
bit.
the
That was
team
I've
fights.
had
No
a
matter
fucking
what Tarzan does,
done
he
it.
really just
Mod,
can't scare Doggo enough to
Baptist.
use that summoner spell just yet.
And on the other side of the rift, my eyes are all on Shanks. A 1.4 thousand
Right,
gold
we need to
lead
change
now
the
on this
fucking points
Azir.
of that.
Nash's Tooth and Ryla is complete. He's been having a great tournament so far and
Like,
continues
bro,
to do so here.
What's happening?
At MSI this fine Monday.
What's happening
He's now
in the
bot lane
brain?
Pushing out Hongq, who's only got one item.
CFO double dragon stack. Come on. Let's fucking bring some gold in, yeah?
In
Look at
3
mid.
minutes time, but there's an Atakan to fight
around Shanks.
Down towards that bottom side in about 15 seconds.
I
Usually
am-
we see
I'm
teams
already an
just
aquatic
standing
life
back
form.
from the Atakan. No
I've
need
been
to
in
force
life
it, look
form
a
for
fight around
years.
A different neutral and then go for it, but you never
Unless
know.
your name is BLG.
Unless your name is BLG. Or any of the European teams for some
Babs
reason.
goes, what are we praying for?
Well, Atakan now makes
What
its way
is it,
onto the
Babby?
rift.
A baba kusa.
I like this from CFO, though. Setting up to try and take out Shanks. They know. Ooh, he's
I can't
quite
ain't
far
going.
ahead as
Shut
Kyle's
up,
knocked back with a
Kyle.
seismic shot. Flashes lands a good double binding. And Atakan
Small
helps him
magical
out.
journey.
There's the tempo
Flash from
bait.
Doggo.
TP behind. As CFO continue to look for the fight, but that's
Tarzan
almost
probably
gonna
wanted to
take
be
a
magical
hell of a
journey.
long
It
time
wasn't
to get
available. TP they
there.
drew.
Will just be able to retreat
But Yorick
towards
left
the
alone
mid.
in the inner.
Response from
There's one
AL.
TP.
Hey, we just got the TP out from their top lane.
Hongq has to
Flandre,
back
you
and
go
TP
shove
for
top as
top.
quickly as you can.
This is a nice play. Tarzan though, overstepping.
Deep here.
What? He
But he's
gets
just
out.
stalling. This is the thing, because Talia's still in the bot lane. Talia has to go top because he's the only one with the teleport
Look at
available.
Yorick, and then
Meanwhile,
Hope
while
is
keeping
just
the pressure
running.
in the jungle, AL have also opened up that mid tower for a little bit more.
And they're going to
damage
get
while
bot
Hope
from this
doesn't secure
because,
the tower.
dude,
He's
Driver
done
has to be
one,
careful.
just put more pressure down.
Because their
What's
cross in the
happening?
bot
Tarzan
lane is
putting more
monitored,
pressure
plus
in the
Ginger's
jungle.
low.
And this is the scary thing about AL. They just suffocate with all this pressure that they're putting everywhere on the
Boom,
map.
they double
And that
down. They
war is
go,
over
we're not
short
going
for us
bot.
now.
We want
Notice
mid.
how it's
Let's clear
encroaching on
vision.
CFO's
Let's make them
territory.
question,
There's
are
no
we
dragon
bot? Are
for
we
a
not?
minute and a
Are we
half.
bot or
CFO
not? We're
should
going
be able
towards
to
mid.
reclaim space
There's
to
the
get
Talia
back
Weaver's wall.
towards
No, never
contesting
mind.
this dragon.
We're still
But look
here.
at how much more
Bro, this team is
uncomfortable it
crazy. They're just
compared
fucking...
to a few moments ago. CFO did
Look at
take
them.
a good fight.
Where
It
are they?
looked good.
Where are they?
Decent number
Where are
of
they?
trades.
Guys,
The
are they
moment
waiting
committed
for
that
mid? Where are
TP,
they?
That was a step too far, far, and AL punish them for it.
See Flandre still pushing out this top side.
Flandre
doing
is
exactly what he
perma-precious.
needs to
He's
do
just
on this
perma-pressuring
Yorick. For CFO, one of their key
Yosh.
weaknesses as well is they don't
Yamada
have someone
sama.
that can really rat for vision. As I
Ohayo
like to say, get
gozaimasu.
behind enemy lines,
O
get
genki
support
desu ka?
in there, something like a Rakan or even a Bard that can use
Another
some
one,
tools to escape
Nihonjin,
if they are caught out a little bit.
I just want to again bring our attention to this vision.
Another
because
one,
you'll notice
Nihonjin
that
desu ka?
this line, it just hasn't been crossed by CFO for the last
Song
few
request,
minutes.
Jam
They've got
Kata.
a little bit more vision
What is it?
into the entrance. You can see this blue ward. Now is their opportunity to do so. Now
is
that
it?
AL have
After this,
reset,
what is it?
the problem is all that vision
Hangover
that you
by
just
Teo
replenished,
Cruz.
you have to use to
Yuck.
clear out the wards.
Yo, I'm
Meanwhile,
fucking
AL are
putting it
coming
on,
back out onto the map, refreshed, fully stocked. Look at that control wards. 2 for
Oh, I'm
Flandre,
putting
1
it on
for Hope,
Spotify.
2 for Kyle.
After,
And that
I'll
makes
do it
very
after.
difficult for CFO to approach the river.
Gonna blow
AL
my
with
whistle,
really good
baby,
objective
whistle,
control,
baby.
really good
Let
setup,
me
great patient
know.
play from both sides.
And
CFO, of course,
it started,
not
and
at
it
a
started
massive
real slow.
disadvantage just yet. The
And
goal
then
difference is starting to build, but they're still in a position to find a good fight.
The important thing is the effective
10 seconds
goal
till Dragon.
difference really only
Blow my
exists in
whistle,
the mid
baby.
lane. There's 2 items
Here
on
we
Ginger
go.
to 1 item on Tarzan.
For the memes.
Doggo has 2 items to 2 items on Hope. In terms of power,
I got a song for you after
you
this.
have enough in your AD carry in your jungle. Mid lane is the
Yorick,
weakness with
guys,
the
Yorik's
Riders
still
and Nash's
top.
Tooth already complete. But CFO, I was
Wow,
wondering if
actually
they want to take this
watching
fight
AL
around
know
this
how to play
objective.
sides.
Flandre does
Guys,
have
they're fighting for
teleport,
third
and
dragon.
going to try and flank
gonna
them. As he
TP.
TPs in, the dragon down to
The
7,000
ghouls stay.
HP. Honky
Maiden
looking for that
follows.
flank position. Flandre comes in. There's a
Oh,
Reaper's Ward
good
to separate
bonk.
the team. Driver on the wrong side of it.
They're getting
And
it for
it's
third
Skywards.
dragon, but maybe they
CFO,
lose the
where
game
are
for
your
it.
intentions? Currently split
Maybe.
between the
Flash from
Dragon
driver,
and
bullet time.
Bullet time opens
Kyle
up
just
Odin
stands in it.
onto Kyle.
Curtain
Driver
call.
causing Shanks
They
on
get
the
it, but do they
top
lose the
side.
game for
Ginger's
this?
gonna land the smite onto the Mountain Drake. It's sole point now for CFO. But
Wait.
can they get the hell
Fourth.
out of the fight? Flandre fourth load, the curtain call coming
Kai
in
Wing,
as well. Here's
dead.
Kai Wing.
Deadly flourish, nice from
Deadly
Hope.
flourish for the root, and now
Getting move speed for
CFO
autos, they're
are
chasing.
on the retreat.
Jojo no ulti, hits Atakan, debuff incoming. Flandre flash Qs. Doggo is the reason I think they're very good in this game.
Doggo able to walk away, but now
Deadly flourish
Doggo's deadly
misses.
flourish.
Oh,
AL might
they only
just
got
have to
one.
accept
They only got
kill
one. They
in
got
the
the
Osaka.
turret and one.
We're seeing how spread out these fights are because of
Do you
all
think
the
it was worth for a
disengaged tools,
CFO? I think that was
but
worth for
CFO
CFO.
get themselves to sole points. They still want to contest this
Oh,
target.